Vetala, 17 documented incidents of corporeal reanimation, 8 cases of prolonged psychological torment inflicted through intellectual means, 0 successful permanent containment without specific intellectual engagement. Welcome to the Dark Archives. My current focus is on a series of historical and contemporary incidents originating from the Indian subcontinent, all pointing to a highly unique and profoundly intelligent entity. We're not just dealing with a reanimated corpse here. That's merely the vessel. This is an investigation into a sophisticated, parasitic intelligence that thrives on cerebral challenge. Understanding this pattern, identifying its modus operandi across centuries, could be the key to protecting future victims from an adversary that attacks the mind, not just the body. Let's examine some key incidents. In 1178 AD, near Varanasi, a renowned Brahmin scholar's body was found in his study, seemingly lifeless. Yet, according to local records, it began to speak, engaging the regional Raja in a series of intricate philosophical riddles. The corpse challenged the Raja's every decision, subtly undermining his authority and leading to widespread political instability within weeks. Witness testimony describes the voice as articulate, mocking, and possessing knowledge far beyond the deceased scholar's known expertise. Moving forward to the British Raj, specifically 1857. A British intelligence officer's native servant died suddenly in Delhi. Days later, his body, still in the family compound, began relaying highly sensitive military information to local rebels disguised as cryptic proverbs and moral dilemmas. Official reports from the East India Company referred to it as unnatural subversion and spectral espionage. Notice the pattern here? A recently deceased, often intellectually prominent, individual becomes a conduit for complex, knowledge-based attacks. This contradicts standard folklore of mindless zombies. The Vetala is a thinking opponent. More recently, in 2019, Mumbai, a morgue attendant reported a deceased individual, a known local gangster, had begun speaking. The language was archaic Sanskrit, and the content was a series of taunts directed at the police, revealing details of unsolved crimes only the deceased or a perpetrator could know. This incident, captured on a low-quality audio recording, provides critical modern evidence. Forensic analysis of the 2019 Mumbai incident revealed no biological explanation for vocalization. The vocal cords were inert, yet sound emanated from the body. My own sensory input, my third eye, if you will, detected a distinct, non-physical energy signature emanating from the chest cavity, a signature that fluctuated with the speech patterns. It wasn't the deceased's residual energy. It was something else entirely, a sophisticated intrusion. Comparing this to the descriptions in ancient texts which mention a spirit bound to a corpse, and the British dispatches describing unnatural intelligence, a clear profile emerges. The evidence points to a highly intelligent entity capable of possessing a recently deceased human host, using it as a puppet to engage in intellectual and psychological warfare. Synthesizing these cases, the Vetala consistently targets the recently deceased, often individuals of some influence or knowledge, using their former identity to gain proximity and leverage. Its primary weapon is intellect, manifesting as riddles, philosophical debates, or revealing hidden truths to sow chaos. Traditional exorcism methods have proven largely ineffective because they fail to address the intellectual nature of the threat. The few historical successes involve outsmarting the entity, often by answering its riddles correctly, or fulfilling specific, often bizarre, conditions it sets. This suggests a codified set of rules it operates within, a weakness we can exploit. Our threat assessment remains high, not for direct physical danger, but for the profound psychological and social disruption it can cause. The fundamental question remains, what does it gain from these elaborate intellectual games? This case remains active and requires continued monitoring. The Dark Archives will keep a close watch on any new incidents that fit this unique pattern. Perhaps one day, we'll uncover the true purpose behind its deadly games. That's all for today's investigation into the shadows. If you want to dive deeper into the Dark Archives, make sure to subscribe to the HistoT YouTube channel. Remember, knowledge is our best defense against the darkness, and I'll see you in the next archive. Stay vigilant